Why, hello there. This is What If Female Deku was in World Trigger Part 1. I probably released the last one. Everybody thinking it's Part 1. But anyways, constructive criticism. I'm new to this. Please don't bully me. Anyways, let's get into the story. Cause I'm getting distracted. In this timeline, female Deku is from the My Hero Academia universe and got transferred over to the World Trigger universe, because I know my last video is probably shit. I'm explaining how she's able to manipulate her try-on. And I'm taking this from a YouTuber I know. Y'all should go watch him. He was in his clan marriage one. If Naruto was in a clan marriage, where his chakra coils were red and he gained so much, and he had enough chakra to match a Biju. So I'm doing it so where I'm making a complete overpowered character. Her own is 4 times the strength of that. That's how much Tryon she's able to pump out. Pretty sure Bijus are powerful beings. Anyways, so All Might denied her request. In this one, her ability is to manipulate Tryon. So, and because she thinks she was weak, her Tryon didn't really circulate through her body, so there was the slightest amount of Tryon in there, but it wasn't really shown. So they see the slightest Tryon and they're like, it's not worth it to go and try raid them for just one person. So they just left her. The events of the same day happen, like how it happens in My Hero Academia, where she meets All Might. In this one, she's a genius who is more focused on weapons, and when she analyzes quirks, she's more of thinking of ways to counter them instead of wanting them. She thinks more of weapons. She likes this one anime they call Ruby. She also plays Overwatch. Important detail for the future. She plays Overwatch. She loves Overwatch. Important details for the future. So, how she gets isekai'd off? How she gets isekai'd off is that there was a random villain. He had a random teleportation quirk, allowed him to partially open rifts. He was there during the sludge villain attack. Deku rushed in, tried to save Bakugo. Bakugo, being the ever-living dick he is like, I don't need your help, Deku. She's like, fuck you, I'm helping you anyways. So, Bakugo being the ever-living dick he is. Anyways, on to the story of how she got isekai'd off. She runs in, throws her backpack, and then the next villain comes in after her right as she ran and slammed her backpack into his eyes. He comes in and he came in and opens a rift after, and there was a building falling down. The building fell down on her, or it fell, air quotations, on her, but she was actually in a rift and she got sent into the kingdom's name. This is a week after, because I believe they have a few months, and there's a year or so between. I'm not sure when he died. It's a few months though. But anyways, Yuma and Replica found her, took her in, seeing as she doesn't have any of the other nation's clothing. They were wondering which nation she was from, and Replica, using his all-knowing, detailed knowledge brain, found out she was from the My Hero Academia universe, and she didn't have a way to get back. They couldn't send her back. So now she's stuck in the World Trigger world. Technically. Yeah. So Yuma and Replica, when she wakes up, she asks it. Azora Midoriya asks what goes on. What was going on? She asks, what's going on? Where am I? And how did I get here? Last thing I remember, I was saving Bakugo. Replica comes in and is like, hello, I am Replica. Yuma's personal guardian, or something like that, if I remember correctly. Replica, being the ever-knowing god he is, explained to her how she was from this world, and she's currently in the neighborhood. The neighborhood has all sorts of things. Explain. And she asks, and when Yuma comes in, she asks if Replica was his quirk. He's like, what's a quirk? And Azora, not knowing that they don't have quirks, they only had the Tryon gene. Pausing. Alright, so when a 3-hour time skip, she explains what quirks are. They explain what Tryon is. She wondered, because she wasn't in their world, she knew that she didn't have Tryon. Or at least she thought so. And when Replica did a full body scan of her, they found her Tryon gene, and they were like, okay then, this is an abnormality. Because the quirk gene is completely different from the Tryon gene. So They take her, they train her on how try-on and everything works. They explain the situation to her of how she can't get home. And at first she was kind of upset, but she got over it eventually. During her training, she asked Replica if Azora asked Replica if she could can I pull down the trigger and see how it works. Replica is like, if you need my assistance, I will help you. Replica has grown a slight bond onto Azora, cause Replica kind of has a soul, if I remember. But when Replica explains it to her, he noticed that one thing. Her try-on, whenever she was using it, she learned at an extreme rate. That's one of the things that Replica noticed with her. So he took it upon himself to show her the insides, the workings, and how the try-on body works. And there were a few spare triggers around that they weren't using. They weren't broken or anything, they just didn't have people who are using them. And she asked can I have them? Replica, being a curious robot, asked what she was going to do with them. She said she was going to build her own trigger. He said, okay, if you need my assistance, I will be here. Some time passed. They have trained together. They have made a bond. Yuga has explained how this isn't his actual body, and it's a try-on based body that was built from the Black Trigger. So because she has the ability to manipulate try-on, she doesn't know properly of how to heal him, but she has thought of ways. Meanwhile, during their training, he has showed her the basics of combat, and I'm giving Yuma a buff here. He's stronger than the original Yuma, because he has gone up an opponent that is able to learn during battle already. He's able to go up against an opponent who's learned, built, adapt. He's gone up against an opponent who's able to do that already. So he has a minor buff. So when they decide to go to the World Trigger place now, the border world, Mikado City. Let me show you what her trigger looks like. It's a pair of headphones. I know. So when she did, you see, she was a weapon fanatic. Okay. Now let's get on with it. She was a weapon fanatic, so she does have a few tricks up her sleeve. And she, because of her large Trion amounts, she's able to do a bit extra. So she personally designed her trigger to make sure it's able to withstand, and only she can use it. She has enhanced it with her Trion and do Trion tweaks here and there to make sure it's at full capacity. So the time comes when they're going to the Bordeaux world. They go there, they go to school. She has her headphones in her bag. They explain how they're from different places, and you know, what's that one guy's name again? Four Eyes! Calling him Four Eyes because I can't remember his name. I'm not a Hardbone fan, please don't kill me. Anyways, Four Eyes comes in, he's like, no, he says that the way they greeted the four punks wasn't too kind, or wasn't too kind, so they shouldn't do that. And because Yuma kinda rubbed off on Azora, they explained they told the class. Azora made up the excuse of saying it's a family heirloom to Yuma, and they took their seats in the back. And when they were walking home, she instead walked home with Chica. Cause I'm introducing Chica a little bit earlier. And she's, because of what her ability is, she's able to sense the amount of Trion Chica's pumping out. From Azora's perspective, she's like, that's a lot of Trion she's pumping out. A reason she may be targeted. Mark her down on the list to watch out for. That's what she thinks. She's going to look out for Chica. So, she was walking home with Chica. The Yuma incident goes like regular. They reach home to she got home already. Cause she knows Yuma can take care of himself. She went home. And the Yuma incident went how the Yuma incident went. I know I'm trying to go through it. The later arcs are a bit more better. Anyways, I'm not allowing her to show off her trigger until the second big invasion. She's not using her trigger until then. She keeps practicing controlling her Trion and everything, but I'm not making her use her trigger until she and her friends are in danger. And because Yuma has a big power boost. Alright, time to stop going black-minded because I know I can do a lot of things here, and my mind keeps on going blank because I'm trying to rush through it. Slow down. Alright, so Yuma, he does the same fight with them. Instead of her being on the roof, she met up with Yuma, asked if he was fine and everything. He explained his day. She scolded him, not gonna lie. After she finished scolding him, she told him to be careful. And after that, when the invasion happens, she was with Chica, and when they were running, she made sure Chica was okay, and she made sure everyone was fine. Arashiyama squad comes in. Yuma does the same thing. Replica explains the same thing to Four Eyes. Arashiyama squad comes in. They explain. Same thing goes on. But in this timeline, he knows both Yuma and Azora are neighbors. And as to how he knows Chica is safe with her, he trusted her a bit more. This time, she was walking home with Chica, and Four Eyes got his punishment. He got his punishment, and also he got his next trigger. He went from C rank to B rank, I believe, because it's CB, then A and S is when you have a black trigger. So if Yuma wants to fight to get put on top, yeah. So when Yuma, the same went as same, just that Azora has her headphones on her at all times. She's the only one who's allowed to use it, who can use it anyways. Even if they did, she has multiple try-on bodies, encryptions, everything to put it up. Making sure that the only person who might be able to access it is Replica. So when you are walking around looking for it, Jin explained his side effect. After Jin explained his side effect, he said, there are no bad neighbors. He believes there are no bad neighbors. He knows there are no bad neighbors. And there's such a thing as good ones. Alright, when Chica runs off into the danger zone, because of the Tryon soldiers, it goes about the same. But this time, Azura is there to guide her through and help her. This is a time where they do the thing, they fight. Yuma fought that one dude who was almost as edgy as Sasuke. Not gonna lie, he's pretty edgy though. There's only one person who's allowed to be edgy, and it's Sasuke. He's almost as edgy as Sasuke though. Almost. Edgy emo boy. Anyways, let's put some life into this. When they jumped in, they do the battle. It goes about the same in canon. And when Replica came in and measured Chica's reserve, they were like, wow. Now that's a lot. So, that's a lot compared to Yuma. That's a lot compared to you. So, when they got taken in by Jin, Special Agent Jin, eating his rice crackers, in this time they convinced Yuma to join a little bit earlier because Azura's there and she wanted to protect her friend. And you know, Azura, brave, hero-spirited girl. This is how she looks, by the way. Now, on to the next one. Now, on to the arc. The fighting arc. The fighting arc goes about the same, but instead of the glasses girl not having a trainee, she does have a trainee on gathering information to help her team, and that is Azura. She said she's willing to do that one until she has to go in battle because she said she can play any part in battle. Which Yuma and Replica knows. Four Eyes and Chica not so much. Osamu and Chica doesn't know that so much though. So they let her stay back. The fight goes about the same, but for training though, she tries to go under the radar. Jin passes up the wind blade. Damn it, I can't remember anything. They did their training. I know I'm being very vague here. They did the training. They fought off. Jin fought off the whole I'm going to come kidnap and take away your people things. Azura, meanwhile, she was training on meditation, trying to use trying to use her try-on to use her try-on and figure out more ways to use it. She did. A result being super hearing, but extreme eyesight. It's basically zoom from May, yeah. Zoom from May. So when alright, time to the big invasion arc. They did the whole thing. Azora was there. I'm new to this. Please criticize constructively. I'm pretty sure people don't get this far into the video. Fuck. Anyways, time to take it off this. Alright. Time to go total weapon time. So when the invasion comes, she told them that she was going to help them fight in battle when things get too rough. Yuma, knowing her strength, instead, she was a shooter. She was a shooter, so if there's not one but two shooter triggers, she had at least enough points. She didn't need much points because she learns extremely fast. She got it. When they told her go, she got it on a 1 second. I'm not making a change to where they want. I'm making a change to this though, where the only fight was Osamu and that one guy. In this timeline, that the girl on the Urashiyama squad challenged Azora. Azora accepted, and when she started off, she instantly started using her try-on and gun and slapping her down with shields, using a non-combat based ability to her strength. She used her shield to crush down on her enemy shield and force her down into the ground. I'll be right back. Alright, so after she crushed her shield, the shield went back up. She ran out at her shooting her gun. When she shot her gun, Azora started to dodge, and she was using the stinger instead of the long wind blade. No, she was using the long wind blade. And she dodged, cut off one arm. After she cut off one arm, the fire became immediately harder. She lost one of her arms. Then she went back, dodged a few more started dodging. She cut off the next arm. She's able to do it two- and one-handedly, cause extremely fast learning rates. Yes. So the day of the mass invasion comes. The day when all hell broke loose. When she was currently at the base, ready to go out and catch up. She was getting ready. She got ready and went and was going to her sensei. Why? Because she doesn't always go outside the base. She does normal patrol duty with the rest of them. Yes. So when the invasion started, Yuma reported about how there was this one capturing everyone. After they got the upper hand, it was shown that they did not, as a matter of fact, get the upper hand. Why? Because a certain group of people came. Them being the major army trion soldiers. When they appeared, Yuma knew who they. When they appeared, she knew who they were. So she handed over the controls to the glasses girl. Can't remember names. Fuck. So, after she handed over her controls, Jin asked for the same favor as usual. But what he did not expect was Azora. There was one future he could not read for some reason. There was a multitude of futures he could not read for some reason. Why? Because Azora's shrine was blocking him. So, they exploited the large-scale invasion. The large-scale invasion came. Most people got trapped. So, this is the time where Azora shines. Why? Overwatch. Her extensive amount of training allowed her to have something like Mr. Fruit's Overwatch on gun game. Overwatch gun game on drugs. Extremely fast, low cooldowns, and the ability to absolutely wreak havoc. So, when they started fighting, she handed over controls and went to help them fight off the old man and the young Prince Charming. When they went off to fight, she made a detour. Why? Because there was someone closer to her. She helped. This was a hit and run tactic. She was about to leave. When they asked her what was she going to do, she only had a newbie a C rank trigger. She said, "You guys only think I have a C rank trigger. This is not the only trigger I have on me. Trigger off." She takes off that trigger, hands it over to them, touches the screen part of her headphones, and it started up, and she said, "Trigger on." She connected her trigger to the bass speaker so she could hear them, and she turned into Tracer. 2 guns, big time portal in the middle of her chest, and she sprinted off. Fuck, where do I have her? I'm supposed to have Tracer somewhere here, bro. Here's Tracer. She only had green hair. She had Tracer's hairstyle, suit, and everything. She had green hair, though. So when she sprinted off, they wondered, what type of trigger is that? And is it possible that it's more powerful? Well, it technically is and isn't. It's a black trigger of sorts because of what she did. She infused her Tryon in it, and she had enough Tryon to survive doing it. So yes, she turned into Tracer and sped off, going immediately to the main problems. When she reached to the old guy and young Prince Charming, she turned into Widowmaker, got on top of a building, and immediately sniped. But luckily for Prince Charming, he luckily had one of his magnet things deflected. He didn't even know it was coming. After, she went Diva on him. Not Diva. Yeah, she went Ash. She turned into Ash with green hair. They fought, and she started to snipe them, and she threw the explosion, shot it, and blew it up right in front of him to where it would deal a lot of damage. It did, it blew him back. By this time, Yuga has taken the old guy to go fight somewhere else, and also Jin has showed up and taken that off her hands, because at this time when she showed up, Osamu was in danger. I'm in danger. That was one of the futures he did not see, and he couldn't see the future of what happened. Why? Her triangle is still blocking what happened to see in his future. So she went back to Tracer. Nope, didn't go back to Tracer. She went diva and then flew off. She flew off in the mech. Yes, boys. Mecha time. Weeb. Mecha. So she flew off. When she noticed a bunch of animals, because of that, she knew, because of replica, she knew there were various type of triggers, and she would eventually come across a type like this one. So she went back to her base form, which is she went back to her base form. Frick. Which is this one? When she went back to her base form, she brought out, before any of the animals could touch her, she brought out something no one expected. A guitar. They were like, what the fuck would a guitar do? What the fuck is she doing? There's no way that's going to do anything. So, little do they know. So this guitar, before she started playing, she turned it into a violin and started round table. It's a music video of a woman playing a violin, and then after the violin comes the guitar, and then a bunch of his animals were wiped out. Why? Call Peter on me if you want to. Fuck Peter. But those animals do not exist. So they thought she had to get a bit more. When I say a bit more cautious, because when they noticed she had infused the sound waves with her try-on, they were like, fuck. What am I going to do? Fuck, it's turning my animal. He's like, fuck, it's turning my animals into cubes now. And if this keeps up, I'm going to be running low on try-on. And when he was about to go pick up the cubes and use it as try-on, she was like, nah, bitch, I'm taking your trick from you. And she sucked up all the cubes. Okay, sound gay, I know. So after she finished that, after she picked up the whole try-on cubes, they teleported their asses out of there. Chica was a cube, yes. Osamu wasn't gravely injured. He was injured to the point where he went in the coma, yes, but he didn't went that far. He does his whole promise to the world where he'll bring back the rest of the try-on, and because of that, yada yada yada. I'm ending it off here. Goodbye. I know it's bad, terrible.